Hey everybody, it's time to swing with Still Swinging, and I'm your host Thomas. And today, family, we got Not the Shop podcast up. Look, Not the Shop has a podcast on YouTube. Check it out if you get a chance. Fair use, family, fair use. Look, on this episode of Not the Shop podcast, he having a conversation with three young ladies about how they feel about certain things, in a relationship. And I want you to listen to their response. And I want to help elaborate on it a little bit and just give my take. So without further ado, family, let's check out what's going on.
Y'all would say y'all would like a man who's a leader, a provider, somebody that can teach y'all something, right?
Definitely.
Provide and protect you, right?
For sure.
Okay, so with that being said, do y'all think that is a level of control that a man has to have over you to be able to protect you?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I feel like yes.
Yeah.
Only because just like you said, that's my man. So sometimes I do need to calm down. Sometimes maybe I do need to take a step back. So you do have to have control and make me be like, all right, let me take a step back, because a lot of women in our generation, we just so headstrong where we feel like, well, I can do this by myself. I can do this. Nah, I'm gonna let my man do it. I'm gonna sit back. If you want me to shut up, I'm gonna shut up. And that's what people are. Ain't no man finna shut me up. That's y'all problem.
I'll take it a step further. I gotta respect you in order for that to even be a thing of following. Because I don't see it as like, oh, you have control over me. It's I respect your opinion, and because of that, you're giving me like advice because you feel like this is what's best for me. And honestly, I should respect your opinion more than anyone else's.
Yeah.
So it's not control. I just have to have respect.
I was gonna say that I think it's the word control that
We got an
makes
issue
it,
with.
yeah. And I think that's the wording is what makes it like cringy or whatever.
For sure.
Because we don't want to look at it as control, but I definitely agree with the statement. Like you do,
Yeah, for
you
sure.
have to.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
First thoughts, these ladies run around with men they don't respect. And I don't know if it ain't no respect. They don't know that they run around with men they don't respect, because you clearly see they got a problem respecting men. They got a problem respecting men. Listen to them. Anytime, it's all depending upon how you feel about it. Then he don't have no control over the situation. He can't tell you nothing if it depends on how you feel about it. See, submissiveness don't come if you feel like it. It's either something you are or you're not. You're unruly. See, my grandma, she knew what submissive was. Whether I don't know, I can't tell you if she knew if you called it that's what it was called. You see, because my granddaddy, he could actually tell my grandma, that's enough, girl. That's enough. And she would shut up and go ahead on about her business. My mama, she was the first generation of independent women who didn't need no man, but made sure they had their butt some men. She would shut up. All right, when my daddy or stepdaddy said, that's enough, girl. That's enough. My sister didn't need no man and wasn't getting one. That generation, my generation of women, didn't need, they their mamas. Didn't need a man and wasn't going to get one. All right, listen, my granddaddy bought my grandma my house. My stepdaddy bought my mama a house. Man, men didn't stick around with my sister long enough to buy her stuff. That mouth, she always would run them away. All right, made it to the point where don't no men want to come around for this. You think somebody got these dead daughters? You can't tell them nothing. They think they're going to tell you, and you just need to listen because that's what they said. They think you need to come and do it for them anyway because that's what they want. And even though we keep telling them no, they don't listen to us. They listen to each other. Keep telling each other we're going to eventually do it. See, It was a difference. Those women knew men wanted something for their provision and was willing to give it to them. Y'all don't get that men want something for their provision. So y'all don't think y'all have to give them nothing. Nothing but what you think they should want. And that's why y'all stay rebels.
Do y'all women know when to let a man control you? Because sometimes y'all let y'all egos get involved because of the fact that you've been in this masculine role till sometimes you can say, oh yeah, he can do it. But when it happens, can you accept it? When your man check your ass, are you able to be checked?
I don't think not right off back. I think no. Honestly, I don't think right off back. No, for real. Like no, what? No, look, I gotta be honest. I don't think right off back because you have to learn it. Like sometimes, like you said, like we be like, I don't like who you talking to, or we take it.
Fella, she ain't gonna learn it. She ain't gonna learn it. How you gonna learn it? Once he accept it, now you do it. What happened? What we do is we don't accept it. All right, and men gonna come around you and hang around you long enough. You're gonna see it's gonna be a never-ending story of you thinking he need to accept something he not gonna accept for his provision. All right, you're gonna be going with half. You're gonna be going half with men who can't afford to do it himself. All right, and he still wants some peace. He wants some peace too. He'll make you do it by yourself too.
We not listening to like what's being said versus like we
Your
just listening to the
ego.
words. Yeah.
And you've been taking care of yourself for X amount of time, and then you got this person
Yes.
to step in like,
Yes, so-
I know what's best.
But then once you mature in a relationship and you start to actually take a step back and look like he really not, he leading me into the right direction, then you have to check yourself pretty much. So it does start there, but it takes some accountability.
I feel like for me, I feel like it's more so like,
Family, it's just like I told you. We got that's a generation of unleadable women. They think it all. You see how they got all of this stuff. It depends on. You ain't gonna do it. You're not capable of doing it. When it depends on all of this stuff, you're not capable of doing it if you respect them. Why would you be with some man you don't respect? All right, listen, what you telling me is you ain't doing it. That's all to it. All right, and listen, I ain't taking care of no woman that ain't doing it. And that's all to it. I can't tell her nothing. She need to take care of herself.
like it takes time on both sides. So again, back to the respect. If I respect you, obviously it's gonna be some like back and forth and like the beginning of our relationship. But after that respect is built, you should also know how to talk to me without me becoming aggressive. Because the moment you get aggressive with me, I'm taking a step back. It's like, who are you talking to? If we're keeping our relationship in love, and don't get me wrong, there are moments when we both go, have our issues where we say.
You see, these young ladies think they get to come and tell the man how it go. But they want to be provided for. You think men provide for this? If I'm providing for you, baby girl, you're not never going to tell me how it's going to go. Never. You want my provision? You're going to receive my commentary. When I ask you to knock it off, you're going to knock it off. If you ain't going to knock it off, I ain't going to argue with you. I know where the door is. Trust me, I'm going to use it. Like the rest of the guys who know we don't have to deal with this. All right? Listen, you're not getting my provision for free, and it ain't going to cost you nothing. You just get to go do whatever you want to do and talk to me however you want to talk to me, and then think I just need to accept it or I'm controlling. I don't care what you call it. Call it me not in. Call it me out. Call it I'm not doing it. Call it we not doing it. Because listen, it ain't going to matter to us, ladies. It ain't going to matter to us because women used to know what provision costs.
Something that's wrong, exactly, rah. But me being your lady, your woman, whatever you want to call it, you should know how I'm going to accept something. So because of that, you know that I get turned up a little bit. So you're not going to come to me in that type of, in that type of tone.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? Because
Men don't care about tone. They just say
Oh, I
they
know.
got
I
but-
play that.
because y'all
just
say,
say
you
whatever they
know,
wanna
if
say.
No, because you ain't listened the first time he told you. And the second time he told you. Now he come with the tone. And now you got a problem with the tone. When the problem is you just don't listen because you don't think you gotta listen. You don't know that that's called respect. You think it's only not respect if he not listening to you. All right, that's the kind of stuff you talk yourself into believing. All right, that he need to just listen to you, and he need to just worry about what you want. Girl, you're gonna see where that thinking gonna have you all the time.
so, okay, coming from a woman to a man, it sounds like you're saying, okay, I have to respect you in order for you to lead me, right?
I do.
But here's the thing, how men see it. Why let a man in your life that you can't respect? Why even deal with this nigga? Why are you giving chances to niggas that you don't respect? When you meet a man, you should know right off the bat what he got going on, how he carry himself, what type of nigga he is.
But that still comes with time.
That's surface
It don't.
level, though.
I know it's
That's
surface level,
surface.
but the thing about it is it's like, okay,
Listen, they got all kind of excuses. They ain't doing it. That's surface level, and it take time. No, it don't take time. It's either that's who you are or that's not who you are, and that's not who these ladies are. All right, that's not who they ever gonna be. They rebels. All right, they stuck in this. They trapped in this. That you just need. They need to be able to come and tell you how it's gonna go. All right, because they talk to each other. They don't talk to men. And you see how when they talking to the brother, they still can't get out of each other. All right, they need to band together and be right instead of get out of this thinking and get what they want. All right, he's sitting up here trying to tell them what a man want, and they just keep sitting up there thinking he need to go back and forth with them about what he want. Ain't no man who's supposed to be giving you provision going to go back and forth with you about what he want when he taking care of you. You're gonna go somewhere where you could go back and forth with somebody about what he want. Trust me, that dude ain't gonna be taking care of you.
if you're dating with intentions, these are the critical questions that you need to be asking before y'all go any further. This is first date shit. You should know after the first date what kind of nigga this is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, instead of enjoying the meal, get to know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times women just want to go for their ambiance. But he took me somewhere nice, or he's handsome, or he getting money. So it's something that you're attracted to surface level. So when you go out on these first dates, you analyze this nigga like, man, what kind of nigga is you? Have these critical conversations with this nigga up front so that you know if it's worth another date, if it's worth your time or not. Why waste time? Would it be y'all just want to fuck? That's what it be.
No, because
That
you
would it
can
be.
have-
No, take it a step further. It's their expectations. All right, bro, they expect to show up and you to be everything they want, and they expect that you just accept them for who they are. No, you need to be everything she want, but she need to accept you. You need to accept her for who she is and all her flaws. And we like, no, y'all dreaming. Y'all dreaming. We won't accept that. We won't accept it. All right, you're going to show up and you're going to be a lady. All right, you're going to be soft and warm and inviting. And when I talk, you're going to listen. And when you talk, I listen. And when I say that's enough, that's enough. It's as simple as that. It could be real easy. It don't have to be hard. Men not that complicated. Y'all make it complicated when you don't refuse to listen.
Y'all ain't trying to analyze niggas.
Some people got a nice mouthpiece. Like, people can talk a good game. Like, you have to get to know a person and actually see what they're about. Because people...
How about it ain't always somebody else, baby girl? How about it's just like, listen, the kind of person that you are, most men not going to accept it. You seem to think they got to because that's who you are. No, they don't. They don't. You know, listen, they know you just like everybody else. You're going to eventually need some company. Listen, but if you ain't good company anyway, what's the use?
can talk.
and be finessing and be lying. They can say, and then you have to understand, you really don't know a person until
After
a
6
year
months.
or 6 months to a year and even longer, because the first stage of getting to know somebody, it's
Which part? Like,
Yeah, I
shit.
know. Which part are we hitting?
I mean,
at?
like, as far as like the enduring to the end part, because like this, we talk about these traditional old school relationships, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, right? My mom and my dad was married when I was younger. You know, they separated when I was a young age, but they were married when I was born, right? My daddy was a dope fiend. Can any one of you motherfuckers stay with a dope fiend?
I'm not going to.
Exactly. So think about the shit she had to go through before she actually
Said,
left.
"I'm outta here."
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That shit is hard, bro.
I don't know. I don't know when you say enduring to the end.
Yeah, I'm
like,
not going for that.
That's what you sign up for.
Enduring
You
to
believe
the
in
end
it.
is
because our
crazy.
grandmas and them didn't have the same opportunity that we have, and that's some real
Not
shit.
even. Yeah,
No, they
well,
did
I have like met a lot of women who say like our generation, like, we're just
Too easy to just get up and go.
not too easy, but like a lot of them be saying like, I wish I would have been able to do that, or
for
you know,
sure.
I stayed because of this and I've been unhappy. Like, if you ever sit down and talk to like your older aunts, your great aunts, your grandmas, and like those women that's got
They
them
done been
years
through
on
some
them,
stuff.
like the stuff that I've learned from them, I used to be like, you.
Fellas, that's all this victim help. All right? That's because they don't talk to men. They don't talk to the men. Bro, they think the men were happy. Those men weren't happy. Those men were committed. They were committed to their families. Okay, granddaddy had a whole nother family. Yeah, because grandma was hell. All right, grandma was hell. She knew when to shut her mouth, but she was hell. You see how hard granddaddy worked so grandma could sit in the house and cook every single day and make sure all of us ate? That was granddaddy work. Working his butt off. You know what I remember about grandma? It was never enough. I remember her about grandma. It was never enough. Grandma was hell. All right? Granddaddy was just not around much. But when he was around, you know who got to be around him? The boys. The boys. All right? Granddaddy worked his butt off. He made sure grandma had everything she needed. For all of us. Whenever we came through. When I was a baby, I stayed there. Maybe you think those men was having the time of their life or something. No, they weren't happy. They were committed. Y'all just don't understand that it's something bigger than what you want. See, it was something bigger to my grandmama than what she wanted. It was called her family. Her family was bigger than anything she could have wanted. My mama, her family was something bigger than anything she could have personally desired to have. All right? See, you think it's all about your happiness. Only if men could move like that. See, once we make that commitment, we got to honor it. See, you just want to be committed to, but you don't want to have no honor for the commitment. Got to be dependent on this and dependent on that. That means you don't honor it. When you honor it, you committed to it too. You ladies ain't committed to nothing. Everything got all of these depends on this and depends on that. And if I feel like respecting them, and if I don't feel like, that's what it's about. It's all rooted in, you think you're supposed to just get what you want, and to get what you want, you just give up whatever you feel like. No, you're going to give him what he want, or you're going to be alone, baby girl.
Stay through what? Because what and how?
Like,
Like,
it was the breadwinner.
for real.
They stayed home and minded their business. Auntie Lou wasn't going out and following Uncle James to that lady house. You know why? Because she was cooking and cleaning, and guess what? Her bills was
And she
paid,
knew
and her
about it.
kids
And
was
she was
taken
minding her
care of.
motherfucking business.
But also,
No,
again,
they're
And it wasn't. I don't feel like.
And that was above all. All right. Her family was intact. Her family was intact. Cause see, something you don't know about grandma. Grandma had her little boyfriends. Yeah. Yeah. You see, she just like y'all. She that woman in her, she just don't want to talk about that part. She don't come and talk to y'all about that part. All right. That part she kept to herself. All right. That part wasn't going to make her a victim. She was just like y'all. I used to listen to grandma, super ungrateful lady. My baby, I loved her to death. But granddaddy, he was going through, she was hell. Yeah, she was hell. Granddaddy can tell you she was hell. All right. But he loved her like her last, he loved her last year draws. Yes, he did. That woman went to the end of the earth for him. These kind of women don't live in y'all. They just don't. I don't see it, baby girl. I don't see how you get that back.